Hello. If you're catching this video when it comes out, then welcome to a new week. What? And if you're catching it like in the future, well, that's just fucking cool. What's up? How you doing? BTS, we on. That's what we're doing. But it turns out sometimes when I'm wondering like how are we going to start things off, that sometimes just starting, there's an actual story. Why did I pick We On? I was like, I want to go back to like the beginning of BTS. And then I was looking at some of the albums, right? And so like I went to the first full album, but it had like BTS Cypher like part 3. And I was like, wait a minute, how do you have part 3 on this? So then I was like, wait a minute, can't be the first album. So I went back to this one, which I don't even know what this name means. Like, oh, RUL8 2, can you explain that? I don't even know. So I already did the previous track on this album. So I went to We On. And now as I'm starting this, as I'm like loading the video up and I'm trying to figure out what the name of the album means, I realized that this isn't even the first album. The Too Cool for School is the first album. So this is what's I didn't see coming. Apparently what I'm going to have to do is print out a list from Wikipedia of all the albums and then rearrange them by date, because they're arranged categorically and not by timeline. If you don't know what I mean, just look up BTS albums on Wikipedia and you will find that they are not organized by where they occur in our universe. They are organized by categories such as extended plays and full albums and compilations. Anyway, so that's what's up. BTS, is everybody here? Everybody present? Good. Can we do this? I think we can do it. Do we have any information for you? Yeah, I'm going to start trying to, so it should be, I shouldn't say trying. I'm going to start just putting a link below in the comments or the description to just the most recent uploads to save y'all time, because like the notifications aren't working, people aren't getting it. So if you just want to know what just happened, you can click there or whatever, because there are lots of videos, 3 a day, 4 a day, who knows? I don't know. I slacked off the weekend, okay? It was like 1 a day over the weekend. That's like sign language for my bad. All right, let's go. Hey. 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 That's fucking hilarious. See, I say hey, he said hey. Yeah, I love that beat. All right, there's already a reflection in here. I just did For You the other day, which I voluntarily took down because y'all said the Japanese might come for me, so I took it down. I don't want the copyright. Not about that smoke. But the first thing I'm noticing is how when we're here, I haven't heard of anybody else yet on this track, right? But RM coming in like he is like he's still intense, even though this is years ago. But the other track that was aimed at the Japanese audience was very lighthearted, so it's kind of cool, that contrast. Ooh. That's excellent use of like upper harmonies. All right.
내 속된 나게 일러 I'm killer 자기리퍼 나 소녀로 killer I'm killer 난 killer 또 너무나는 바보질러 대비적 무시하던 hater 기쁘심 가득한 너는 이제 내 밑에 있어 잘 발언하는 메이저 부럽지 hey 내가 보기엔 따라오기는 벅차 그냥 거기서 내 손으로 직접 내린 내가 사는 핸드트릭 연습생 졸업했지 난 that back to 너인 그냥 그리 back to 발전이 없어 hey yeah you're
Oh, hey. I know Mola. Small victories, bro. One, I love the instrumental track. I think the instrumental track is dope, which is funny. It's like back-to-back reviews where like my favorite thing up front is the instrumental track. Two, it's using the vocals as part of the instrumental track, having that upper descending line, appoggiatura, going up a distance and then falling by a small amount. I think that's dope. It's actually the track. I like hearing my boys like back stuck in time, and I'm kind of hoping we get some hope in a minute, right?
코순치던 얘들에게 던지는 하트 거기나 힘매고 위한 고정 멘트 그런 거라면 네가 하면 쏙쏙 부른 나야 이젠 급이 달라진 너이 너무 생신도 못해 관심 대상으로 감탄을 일러 지켜봐는 미래 네가 무시한 만큼 나 손을 제발 닥쳐주고 니는 걱정만 해보라 앞으로도 그렇게지 오늘 무시했던 친구들 다 어딨어 그리고 장난이 미안해 보여줄게
Yeah. All right. So one, there's probably no surprise if you know me. Although sometimes I get caught off guard. Flow wise, I like J-Hope's flow the best. I like RM's actual timbre of his voice the best, and I like Suga's aggression. That's just kind of how I feel about the rhymes on this particular track. There's something else I was going to say in there. Oh, where this goes. Trying to figure out categorically how I place things. I would not show this to someone. I would not be like, oh, you've never heard BTS? Check out this track. I would not do that. But what I might do is like throw this song in the middle of a playlist, maybe even a playlist of all like English rap. Right? And then not English like from England, but in English, right? And then we'll just all be chilling, and then this track will come on, and maybe people will be like, not really paying attention, just kind of moving to it. And then someone will go, hey, what's this? And they're like, it's BTS. Like, BTS who? And then now the conversation is starting. Jungkook with a little vocal melody line at the end. There's a word for that. What is the word for when you do an impromptu melodic line at the end of a phrase? There's a word for it. I can't hear it. An extended melodic improvised run in the middle of the song when it's guitar could be called a solo. Well, if it's just instrumental music, it could be called a cadenza, like a build-up to an instrumental run. But that is not a build-up to an instrumental run. That is an ending improvised. Well, it sounds improvised. It's a non-essential melodic phrase used to end something, but there's a word for it. Let's just call it a vocal decoration. I'm cool with that. Vocal decoration. All right, where am I going next? I'm not going to tell you. This is a secret day. I know where I'm going the next two. That's as far as I plan. It's the next two dual videos. Quote of the day. I'm probably going to forget to do this. You know what it is, man? I come up with ideas and I just don't execute sometimes. Like, quote of the day, I think is a good idea because it's just a quote. Like, who cares if the quote's actually that? I mean, I don't want it to suck. I don't want it to suck. But like, why not have a quote of the day? Like, why not? But the problem is like, now I have to actually make sure I do it and then keep track of what quote I use. So that way, like, it doesn't get stagnant. What's all this pressure? The quote of the day, though, is, I'm not going to write it down because I ain't got time for that. It's in my notes on my phone. I just got to remember to link it together. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. It's not a must. It's not a law. You don't have to. You don't have to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. You don't have to work harder on yourself than you do on your classes. It's not a requirement. It's not a requirement. But if you want to get to somewhere different, right? When 2 years passes, 5 years passes, and you wake up and everything is super good, it's probably because you worked harder on yourself than you did on your job. Or as the same dude, Jim Rohn, would say, if you don't work harder on yourself than you do on your job, you might turn around in 5 years and be living where you don't want to live, working where you don't want to work, wearing what you don't want to wear, and living a life you don't want to live. So, just food for thought. I will see you in the next video.